What's going on, everybody? Sean Daniel with Guitar Control here, and today is awesome because we're talking about blues licks you can do on one single string. So make sure to click the link below to get the tab for what we're going through, because this is a cool lesson that I like teaching and has a lot of really practical and very easy applications. So first of all, we're going to learn how to write blues licks in general, and a lot of those come from the pentatonic scale, okay? And if you've ever looked into any of these types of videos before, you probably already know that the E minor pentatonic scale looks like this. And you can keep going on. But really just the first octave is just open 3, open 2, open 2. So that's gonna be the first figure on that sheet that you can get with that link below. But you have this problem of, I gotta switch strings. Brutal. Which, you know, maybe if you've been playing for a while, sounds kind of stupid. But if you remember, or if you're just starting out, or if you remember just first starting out, switching strings was actually kind of hard. Maybe kind of getting your pick in there, using your thumb, however you do it. So one cool thing that you can do is play this minor pentatonic scale on one string. And this can really be helpful no matter what level player that you are. And it's really easy to remember because the dot inlays on your guitar is going to help you out. So what I mean by that, if you don't know what an inlay is, these little dots on the side of your guitar, and most of the times on the actual fretboard. You can see these are a little off center. A lot of times they're right smack in the middle. They tell you where the odd numbered frets are. But they also tell you how to play a minor pentatonic scale starting on an open root note. So again, we started with E. The open E string is kind of our root note for this minor pentatonic thing. So what we're gonna do is gonna play something over E major or E minor if you wanna do a minor blues. And we're just gonna dot hop. Open, 3, 5, 7. Now this last one, we're gonna go one farther. To 10, to 12, okay? So the only dot we're actually gonna skip is gonna be that 9th fret right here. Open, 3, 5, 7, 10, 12. You can play them with one finger if you want. You can start playing with different fingers if you want to. However you get that sound is going to be really helpful in kind of getting the muscle memory into just this one string, okay? So this would be like an E minor pentatonic on one string. Same goes reason for any of these strings. If you want to start on the A string, that's the A minor pentatonic scale in just a different position. So it's really valuable to learn different positions. Now the way we can incorporate these is to maybe start with like an E major chord. We'll do major first, all right? And a lot of time blues licks will happen in between chords or in between the same chord. So the first one we're gonna do is gonna sound like this. Okay? I really just went backwards through the entire thing. It's almost as simple as just that. I'm starting on the 12th fret, which is the octave E. This is following up an E chord, all right? So it's like a blues in E type deal. So after whatever structure of blues you're coming out, it could be a 12-bar blues turnaround, it could just be somewhere in the structure of it. This E major is gonna be complemented or replaced by this lick or run or riff or however you want to perceive it. But we're just going backwards through that scale that we did, but in a different kind of way. So a 3 note, I'm just picking 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Back up a note to E. All right, so that last part, again, this is all gonna be tabbed out too, but we're just going backwards 3 notes at a or 3 hits at a time through each note. Then by the time we get to this 3rd fret, this G, it's twice here, and any single variation. We're just kind of doing like a descending. You can kind of do it as fast or slow as you want. It's really just working our way backwards through that E minor pentatonic scale, okay? And we're doing it in a descending way that we're not even skipping any notes in the pentatonic scale. We're just kind of riding through, dot hopping, maybe changing direction once, which is something that's really important if you want to start practicing kind of breaking this up a little bit so it doesn't sound so much like a scale up and down. You always kind of want to maybe change direction. Like in your mind, you're thinking of just going through in order, and then maybe one time you're pivoting and going the other way. So really, this is more of a lesson in how to create your own blues licks instead of just memorizing certain ones that I'm telling you to do, you know? It's a really good one to kind of get you started, to just get in the habit of maybe descending to a certain location, okay? So let's maybe do another one that's gonna involve some hammer-ons, okay? And again, we're using the same frets, but now instead of going backwards, let's start at the lowest note. And it's gonna be one pick, hammer-on to the 3rd fret, hammer-on to the 5th fret, okay? So, you can pick each one individually if you want, but I'm just gonna play as an open 3-5. And then from there, I'm gonna go from 5 to 7 to 10. So now we're climbing up that minor pentatonic scale. Open 3, 5, 5, 7, 10. Again, as slow or as fast as you want to do it, you can incorporate the hammer-ons. You can even skip this one. You can just go from a hammer-on to the 10th fret to kind of jump over it. Add a lot of vibrato to kind of really feel it. And then if you want to, especially if you're playing like a minor blues type thing, let's take an E minor chord to an A minor chord. Like I said before, you can do the same minor pentatonic thing on a different string. So on the A string, we would just have open 3, 5, 7, 10, 12. So back to back, you can play the E minor pentatonic on the same string, open 3, 5, 7, 10, 12, to A, open 3, 5, 7, 10, 12. And then you can kind of replace those back and forth like an E minor chord. And all I'm doing is I'm running through that single note scale that we did and then just combining them with these chords. You could even do major chords to kind of get real like a bluesy sound, because so much of the blues is the sound of a minor 3rd over a major chord, or even like a minor 7. Now what that means is some of these other notes that we're using, like in the E minor pentatonic one that we started here, that 3rd fret is actually the minor 3rd of that, right? So if you have an E major chord, and then you add that G note, that 3rd fret, this note isn't in the E major scale. Again, we've got other videos on music theory stuff if you want to learn more about that. But it's just kind of like an idea that you can have that, all right, doesn't matter if I'm in E major or E minor playing a blues thing, I can actually do a minor pentatonic run regardless of what chord that is over, all right? So basically, that is how you can kind of start incorporating some of these one-string pentatonic runs into your playing, which I think is really valuable. And really just take your time, do it as slow as you absolutely need to. Be able to do it on every single string. And then you'll have something that you can play over really any kind of blues type deal you can. And it's not even just the blues. The pentatonic scale sounds great in all types of genres. So again, really valuable to learn it in different positions, one string at a time, and then just keep on rocking it. So if you liked the video, definitely make sure to leave some feedback and check out some of these other videos from myself and other great instructors here on the channel. And we're always happy to know what you think. Thanks a lot.